want to thank Progressive Jams here for the question on what is an AD. I think a lot of times in Watch Talk, we assume that everybody knows exactly what the hell it is when we use terms like this. So I think it's a good reminder just to say, hey, maybe for those that are not in Watch Talk, we should explain a little bit more. The real easy answer is that AD stands for Authorized Dealer. It means they are licensed to carry and sell those watches in their stores officially. And even though it's probably not a hot take, I think we use the term AD too generally when we have an opportunity to be a little bit more nuanced about it. Now, generally, most people are not going to care, but I'll give you a good example of what I mean. Here are some of the stores I visit. I think in another video I said I live in Southern California, and there's one mall that I can go to and visit all kinds of major watch brands. Here's just a few of them. The Omega store is what I would call a boutique and not an AD. And the reason why I say that is because Omega owns this boutique. They own this storefront. The employees work for Omega, and all the training that they receive comes from Omega. The Tudor is actually owned by Bucherer. Funny enough, Bucherer has a store in the mall, and this is a standalone Tudor store in the mall as well. Again, you may be wondering, well, what the hell does this have to do with anything, Chris? You're just making mountains out of molehills. I promise there's a point. Now, trying to become an up-and-coming watch dealer, I know this may be counterintuitive to my goal here on this platform, but I'm not a gatekeeper, and I think it's important to note. If you decide you're going to buy a watch and you say, I want to buy it from the boutique and have that experience, which I think everyone should do if you can afford it, do it, because it is a great experience. Do it from one of these shops that is associated with a bigger brand. And the reason why I say that is because the purchase history that you get from Tudor or Breitling or whatever other shops may be tied to a Bucherer shop are collected by Bucherer. So when you hear people say, oh, I don't have put enough payment history, I don't have enough purchase history to get a Submariner or to get a Datejust or whatever, Bucherer will keep track of it. Whether you buy from the Tudor store there, the Bucherer directly, or whatever other standalone shop they have in the mall. I understand not everyone can do this. Again, Southern California, I can do this. It's beneficial. But if you can, and you find out that your local Tudor store is actually a Bucherer store owned, then it's a good idea, I think, to purchase from there because they will have your permit history. Now, I'm not saying that you'll buy one Tudor and then Bucherer will call you and say, hey, we have a Daytona for you. Now, I'm not saying that. But if you're thinking that you're trying to build up to something, which I've done, I know a lot of us do, then I think it's well worth doing it that way. Of course, if you don't want to play any games and you just want to watch, you just come to me and I'll get you whatever you want. So you don't have to wait and you don't have to have any purchase history, and you can, once I give you the watch and deliver, you don't have to ever talk to me again. Now, I hope you do, but So this was a little bit of a rant, I know, kind of crazy maybe, but I appreciate the fact that I'm able to provide some information that I think is pertinent and maybe even helpful. And if it's not, oh well, at least I'm sorry I wasted your time.